Tuesday, and we are back live with our CenterKick weekend review for match day 4. I hope you had a lovely weekend. We have again with us today Trent for today's review. Trent, how are you doing today?
Yeah, thank you very much, AJ, for having me. I'm quite super excited to be here.
Yeah, it's so great to have you here. So we'll start off with this. Before we go deep into today's analysis, I want you to give me a general overview of the match day 4 match. Just something general about the match. How were you excited? Were you disappointed? Were your expectations met?
Well, I'm super excited to be here because you can see my expectations were met because we don't get to have too many away wins in the MPFL this match week. But maybe in subsequent game, we'll be seeing that again. Because you can still remember in match day 2 and match day 3, we saw too many away wins and people were confused and started asking what's happening in the NPFL. So I would say my expectations were met because
So really, you're saying that you're more excited with home wins than away wins?
No, not that. I'm quite super excited for away wins as well. But when your team loses at home, you know what it means, that you will not be happy with away wins too.
I get. So let's go direct into our review for today. Let's start with the game day 1 of match day 4. We saw a twin results of away wins for game day 1 of match day 4. What would you say? Ikorodu City lost at home to Nasarawa United, and Akwa United lost to Sunshine Stars. What do you make of these game results?
Well, for Ikorodu City, I'll say that they are just coming out from the NNL, the second tier division. And Nasarawa United too are just coming out from the NNL too. So these two teams are teams that have not yet won before that match day 4. They did not win any game in the MPFL this season. I can still remember Nasarawa United had 2 points and Ikorodu City had 1 point before that match. But talking about the whole change that has happened with Nasarawa United, you can see Anas Yusuf. That guy is he's on fire. He scored a hat-trick against El Kaname Warriors. And against Ikorodu City too, he scored a goal. So I would say that Ikorodu City plays beautiful football. I'm not taking that away from them. But they still have one thing left. They attacking. This finishing is the problem. They play good football. And for Nasarawa United, they have their hitman, Anas Yusuf, who has shown class and quality in that very team. So he's getting the job done for Nasarawa United. So I feel that maybe in subsequent games, Ikorodu City will start getting the job done and start getting a vital win.
When you say subsequent games, when is this? Because this is like match day 4, right?
Yeah.
And there is something about the start of the season.
Okay.
It's like the building of the momentum. And if you're losing back to back, no win so far, I know I don't want to compare them to Sporting Lagos, but at least we said that when Sporting Lagos came, that was like their first experience in the top tier league of the nation, right?
Yeah.
So they were winning.
Yeah,
at least at home.
I know they were winning, but when you want to talk about Sporting Lagos, they had the likes of Junior Lokosa, they had the likes of Jonathan Aliko as well in that team, and they won the Super 8. That gave them the momentum to come into the league and perform very well. Yes, that gave them the momentum. Ikorodu City are stayed in the NNL for about 3 seasons now. But coming into the MPFL, they didn't even win the NNL. They had to, it was Beyond Limit that won the NNL. So they have to qualify as a qualification team into the MPFL. So I'll still say that they are still building. Maybe in the January transfer, they will go into the transfer window and get players that will fit into the MPFL and the way the MPFL is being shaped. Because you cannot use the same set of players you use in the NNL to come and compete in the MPFL. The MPFL is a different league entirely. So I just feel in subsequent game, maybe after the January transfer, they will go into the transfer market.
So it means that they have to be losing
I don't say they have to be losing. They have to just take time. They have to take time.
Okay, so talk about Akwa United and Sunshine Stars.
Akwa United, Sunshine Stars. Baba Ganaru is the problem. I would say that Sunshine Stars as well. In the last 2 outings in the Gospel Akbari International Stadium, it was a draw. And the Sunshine Stars always look for a way to salvage a point against Akwa United when they are playing at home. That was the same thing that happened. And we saw Seth Mai. He got the job done. Ex-Akwa United player. He bottles the midfield. He knows what Akwa United. He knows what it feels to play in the Gospel Akbari International Stadium. He knows a whole lot. He's there. He was there. He was everywhere. And we saw Kennedy Boboya as well. The coach that won Akwa United their first MPFL title. You cannot say that you come and the coach that won you the first title, you come and beat him. It's strange. We saw Kennedy Boboye at some point he was battling for a coach for Heartland of Owerri, but yet he stayed back. He went to Sunshine Stars. He removed Sunshine Stars from the relegation waters because they were languishing at some point last season. So if you want to talk about technical director, I feel Kennedy Boboye should be in that match. I know that Aqua United say that Baba Ganaro is the man for the job because he won the league title with Kano Pillars. Yes, everybody can win league title with Kano Pillars if you just stay there for like about 5 years. You can win the league title with them because they have what it takes to win the league title. Yes, they are a big team as far as the MPFL is concerned.
Yeah, I do agree with you on that.
And you saw Baba Ganaro last season. He left Gombe United because Gombe United were struggling in the relegation. He left Gombe United to come to Aqua United. And in this same Aqua United, he used Sani Suleiman and Ubong Friday to escape the relegation because those were the only two players for me that I saw that helped Aqua United escape the relegation. Now, those two players are not with the team again. What do you want to do now? It doesn't make a whole lot of sense. So, for me, Aqua United, let's just see what happens maybe in the January transfer or maybe because they signed 17 players. So, if they have the synergy, maybe they understand themselves. Maybe they will get into the MPFL proper and start winning games in there.
Okay, so let's talk about game day 2 of match day 4, right? I felt like the home teams, the teams that were playing at home, saw what was coming their way. That there was this uprising of just away wins and all of that, and they decided in their heart of hearts that it's not going to be their portion because we had no away win yesterday from last game. What do you make of game day 2?
Well, for me, game day 2, you know, there's a saying in the Bible that affliction shall not rise the second time. So that was what all the home teams were doing. They were trying to make sure that they do not get afflicted by away teams. So they did their defensive job well. They got the job done. At least a draw spoke for them. At least in the MPFL. Because in the MPFL, if you stay 5 games without winning, just know that you are going to struggle relegation until the end of the season. So that's how it is. So that was my own take for game day 2 of match day 4.
Moving further to 2 matches that were like the highlights of the game day 2, Remo Stars versus Rangers International. Let's start with them. What do you think of their game here?
Well, I would say 2 big teams, 2 big coaches, 2 friends behind the scene, and all of it. So I would say that game, I saw Remo winning that game because you can see the way Remo progresses from the defense to the midfield to the attack. You see Rangers International, they are performing below par this season. They have attacking issues. They have goal scoring issues this season. That was what their coach Fidelis Ilechiku came to say in a podcast. I watched him. He said that you cannot have a certain set of players that used to win the league, and in the next season you don't have them again. That you will feel boring, and it will take a very long time before you get the momentum to start winning games again. And for Remo Stars is a club that they know how to compete. They can stay there, but it's just sad that at the end of the season they just look for a way to bottle the league. But you see Remo Stars, they know how to compete. You see the right back, so the guy is on point. The guy is good. So you see Bankole Kayode is still with them. At some point, Bankole Kayode was a keeper that the Super Eagles were aspiring for too. So I would say that match, I saw everything coming for Remo Stars. Despite, and remember against Ikorodu City, Kazim of Rangers International got a red card, which was alarming for him because of the coach came out to say that the red card is going to affect them. And at some point in that game, Daniel Ogumudede was watching that game, and immediately he saw the red card, he smiled because he knew what was coming in the next game. So I would say that for that game, Remo Stars did the job. Very good for them. And let's just see what happens with Fidelis Ilechiku, because Remo Stars, they knew that they wanted to focus on the league. That was why they just had to go away from the CAF Champions League against Asa of Morocco. They just knew that, okay, let's just disqualify ourselves from the CAF Champions League.
Would you say that was an intentional disqualification?
It was not intentional disqualification, but every disappointment is an appointment. Because you can see,
blessing somewhat.
Yes, they have been winning their games back to back, away, home, and everywhere. So I'll say that as they were disqualified from the CAF Champions League, they had more time. They gave everything in for their league matches.
All right. Enyimba's International and Rivers United. They played away to Rivers United. What do you make of that game? Did you see the scoreline of 2-0 coming?
Definitely, I saw it. I saw it coming because it's Finidi George versus Yemi. Master versus apprentice. You cannot win your master.
But sometimes the apprentices do get to win the
Which of the apprentices have you seen win the master?
I have the same one though. So, but I mean, it's not like
see,
what is set.
When you talk about local football, I don't know what Finidi George has done. Because he just coached Enyimba for 1 season. He won the league title with them. Right from that time, Enyimba has set a standard that they have to qualify for the continent. And Finidi George took that momentum with them. Even as one of people are saying that okay, he cannot coach the Super Eagles. I don't buy to that because you've seen what he did with Eyimba. He brought that same thing into Rivers. He went into the transfer. At some point, he was almost stealing all the players of Eyimba from Eyimba. And you know, see Ubong Friday as well, Aqua United legend, playing with him too. So I feel Rivers United have what it takes to win the league.
Okay.
They have what it takes to win the league. So me, I saw it coming. If you do not see it coming, I saw it coming. So at the end of the day, Finidi George shows class and experience. Everything spoke for him yesterday. Masterclass performance from Rivers United. So let's just see what the next match of Eyimba will be. At least I think it's with Aqua United. So I think they will win that one.
All right, so El Kanemi Warriors had a draw with Plateau United. What do you make of that game?
Well,
2-2.
El Kanemi Warriors 2-2 against Plateau United. When you look at El Kanemi Warriors, a high scoring side. I said it that El Kanemi Warriors' problem now is not scoring, it's defending.
Okay.
Because you can see their games against Nasarawa, they scored.
Yeah.
Nasarawa at some point they equalize. They scored, they equalize. So if they can defend very well, El Kanemi Warriors can score. Despite their performance in the Confederation Cup, they can score. They are the current President FA Cup champions.
Okay.
Yes. So
the game, expect much from them.
We should expect very much from them. They are coming to stay in the league this time around. So the draw against Plateau United is their fault. Because I didn't mean they did their defense duty well. They would have gotten all the 3 points.
Niger Tornadoes had a draw too with Bendel Insurance, 1-1.
Yeah. That game was something to speak forward to. Because at some point, Bendel Insurance had a red card that brought down their momentum. But despite that, they still pound out a draw. They still look for a draw. So I would say Bendel Insurance, for me, is a club that they have a history in the MPFL, but they cannot maintain it. Why? Because last season, we saw all the saga that happened with Bendel Insurance. At some point, their coach went out. His coach came back in. So Bendel Insurance, for me, I would say that they should sign good players. See, in this MPFL, if you want to make name, you have to sign good players. Not just don't sign names. Sign quality players. That's what will just work for you. And for Plateau United, at some point last season, I was saying that you see home win, that you cannot win Plateau United at home. Yeah. But we saw last season, Aqua United won them at home. But coming into this season, it doesn't work for them that way. So I would say that the two teams, they're average for me this season. So they are still coming up. So they're still coming up to get into the momentum of the season proper. So let's just see what happens in their subsequent games.
All right, so let's talk about Abia Warriors and Kano Pillars. They had the scoreline. Abia Warriors won by 2-0. Yeah, so in their last 6 games, six head-to-head games, they've had like 4 wins. Abia Warriors have had 4 wins with Kano Pillars having 2 wins. What do you think is the problem
for Kano Pillars?
For Kano Pillars,
you see, when you have a new coach, there will always be a problem. Usman Abdallah, despite the fact that he's a good coach, almost all the MPFL records and Super Eagles records and national team records is all around him.
Yeah.
Despite that, you don't still expect him to win at the Umoya Township Stadium. I don't know what is in that stadium because anybody that goes to that stadium will always collect.
Okay.
Despite they lost this season, they lost against Remo Stars. Abia Warriors lost in the Remo Township against Remo Stars. But despite that, see, I don't know what Imama Mapakabo is doing with that team because they will not battle for the league, but they will look for a way to stay in the league. Yeah. That's what they did. At some point, they reached the FA Cup, President FA Cup finals against El Kanemi Warriors. That was when I said, okay, these people are going to go for the Confederation Cup. Okay. But it was rather unfortunate that El Kanemi Warriors clinched the trophy. So I would say Imama Mapakabo is doing something remarkable in that club. We should give him credit because it's not easy to be in a club from Abia State and you're getting the job done. Is despite the fact that Eyimba is still there. Yeah. So you can see the competition right there in that very state. So yes, it's intense. And for Kano Pillars, well, the only man that is there that softened my heart is Rabia.
He did not really have a good birthday present.
Yeah, he did not really have a good birthday present. But I think the media attention was actually something to talk about. Yeah. So I'll say he did not really have a good birthday present, but he has a soft spot in my heart. I have a soft spot for him. Yeah. So I'll say that he should keep on doing what he's doing, knows how to do bets. But Kano Pillars, at the end of the day, will still stay in the league. Yeah, they just know. And you know, Kano Pillars, right there at the Sani Abacha Stadium, is a club that you cannot win them away from home. Okay. But everything is changing. So I'll just feel that they should go away from that kind of mentality and stick to what is the MPFL is changing into right now.
All right, so about Bayelsa United and Kwara United, they played at the draw. Yes, what do you make of their game?
Well, like father, like son. That's what I call it. Both teams in the relegation waters, struggling currently. Because you can see Bayelsa United at some point last season, they were doing very well. Robert Mizo was a hitman. He scored the first hat-trick last season. Can still remember that match against Akwa United, 5-2. It ended. Yes, away from home. Akwa United away from home. So this season, not getting the job done, not getting the momentum. I'll just say that same thing. They just have to go back to the drawing board. Because why would you stay a whole, how many months, a break of the MPFL, coming back and losing game back to back? You just look as if you did not do anything when you were resting. And for Kwara United too, at the end of the day, the both team will just look for a way to stay in the league. Because that's their main, because they cannot survive in the NNL. See, the NNL is very hard. The NNL is hard. Second tier division, very difficult. It's more difficult than the MPFL. To go to the NNL is easy. But to come out from the NNL to the MPFL, it's very difficult. So they just look for a way to maybe make sure that they're still in the league.
All right. So the last game for match day for Shooting Stars versus Hadland FC, 1-0. What would you say?
You know, there's something that's happening to Emmanuel Amonike. That's why sometimes when I look at the people that say he's supposed to be the coach of the Super Eagles, I laugh. They have given him a chance now to do the job. Yes, he's not getting the job done. Emmanuel Amonike, see, Hadland, they were relegated, but they came back. I would say no, they were supposed to go back to the NL and make sure that they get the job, they get everything right, because they were the one that unveiled about 30 new players into the MPFL this season.
Massive.
See, massive. They have not gotten any win. They just have 1 point out of all the games they have played this season in the MPFL. And for Shooting Stars, a very old team. You cannot just go into Shooting Stars. The MPFL record is all revolving around them too. Benga Ogumbote, I call him the Unai Emery of the MPFL, because this man can cause upset. I can still remember last season at some point when Rangers International and Remo Stars were battling. He actually won 1% so that it will be very intense. So I would say that the man is very good technical man. I think when they are talking about the Chan Eagles, these are the kind of set of coaches that they are supposed to go into the Chan Eagles, because they have what it takes. They have been in the league. They know the players. They know the quality of players that are supposed to go into the Chan Eagles. So I would say that Shooting Stars of Ibadan, they have all what it takes. I didn't mean it was not for the present FA Cup champions that they did not secure a spot. The people that went to the continent last season did not secure enough spots. I would have said they would have been playing in the Confederation Cup this season, because they finished fourth in the league last season. So so it was impressive performance by Benga Ogumote and his guys. They have all what it takes to stay in the league and struggle for a continental spot.
So we had many amazing players from the match day 4 with super impressive goals. And the one that seemed to be on the limelight, I would say, is Ubong Friday's goal for Rivers United. And then we have Tochukwu Michael's goal for Remo Stars. What do you make of these 2 goals? Which would you say is your goal of the week for you?
First of all, Tochukwu's goal. Wait, when you see that kind of goal, you only see that kind of goal in the Premier League and the European scene. But seeing it in the MPFL, like, look at the distance. The technical ability. You know that those kind of shots, you have to study physics in school so that you calculate the air. And your shot power. See, that goal is supposed to be voted the goal of the month for me.
Not just the goal of the week, right?
Not just the goal of the week. The goal of the month. Then that goal is supposed to win, like, because it ended them 3 whooping points against Rangers International.
Which would have been like a 1-1 split.
Yeah, it would have been a 1-1 draw. So I would say that the composure, the steez he had,
the pressure,
to take that shot. You know, when you see that kind of shot and you take it and you miss it, you see, Daniel Gumede can bench you in the next match. You say, why didn't you lay the pass to another player that was close to you? But the kind of, I don't even know what to say. From
the confidence
and his instincts too. He knows that, okay, yes, I've seen it. Let me take it and left. It's glamoring. Like for me, it's fascinating. So that was the best goal. Ubong Friday own. We've seen that a whole lot of times. The guy is just class and quality, permanent. He has it instinct in him, even from Akwa United. And that goal was much really expected from him, because coming into the club from Akwa United, everyone expected more from him, and he gave it to them. So I would say a very good goal too. But for me, I'll choose Tochukwu's goal against Rangers International. All
right, thank you very much. Let's digress to the coaches. Let's talk about Remo Stars versus Rangers International. You saw what happened after the match, the post-match interview. Yeah, they gave comments. Rangers International had his own. He had what to say about the match. And then Remo Stars coach, I would say that his response was kind of like, okay, so I've heard what you said. Now let me say mine. What do you make of those two coaches? Yes. Considering that they are friends, and also both of them are the assistant coach for Super Eagles.
Yeah. See, first of all, Fidelis Lechiku, after watching that video, I saw the emotions in his voice. He was sad and he was not happy. Yeah. But that shouldn't bring down his morale. Okay. He's a very good coach. He's the defending champion. He's supposed to be proud of that. He beat Remo Stars to claim the trophy. Okay. See, Daniel Ogunde is supposed to be paying homage to Fidelis Ilechiku. Yeah, despite that they are friends. Yeah. I know it, but the level is supposed to be there. Fidelis Ilechiku is supposed to keep himself here. And Daniel Ogunde is supposed to be here because he's the league champion. He's the league champion.
It has been an emotional roller coaster for him. Yeah. Struggling with the start of the season. Yeah. That could get to him, right?
It should not get to him. You should not allow him. You should not allow that get to him because when you're talking about qualities as a coach, you have to fight against all those kind of stuff, the bad energy too. So I would say that Fidelis Ilechiku and Daniel Ogunde, I would say it's just their thing. Yeah. They will resolve their issue. Yeah. And assistant coach for the Super Eagles. Nobody wants to see that's like an issue, right? It's not an issue. So nobody wants to see all those kind of grudges into the Super Eagles camp. And you know, next month the Super Eagles will be visiting Nigeria. Yes. So I'll say that. See, it's just a normal thing. It's just a normal. It happens. Yes, a whole lot of times. So, but I know a lot of people will be saying that yes, they like it because they like this, the banter between coaches. Yes, because of what they see in the European scene. But come on, we are looking for how to take this league to another level. So let's not just start from there. I love Daniel Ogunde's response. He calmed his friends down because you can see like. That was excellent from him, and I know that Fidelis Ilechiku after the game said, I know today he's going to call Daniel. I know for sure. Today he's going to call Daniel. And before you know, we'll see something. We'll see something. So let's just see what happens when they come to the Super Eagles camps because I really want to meet the both of them. Okay,
right. We're done with the match day 4 analysis and review. Let's head into the match day 5 prediction. So we have Kwara United playing against Remo Stars. What do you think of that game?
Well, Kwara United, they have not really been too good this season. Remo Stars, considering the fact that they have not lost a game this season. So Remo Stars for me, they'll win that match by 3-1.
3-1? Yeah. Alright, so Lobby Stars, Shooting Stars.
Lobby Stars, Shooting Stars, a very rugged team, I must say. You know, Shooting Stars showing class, showing consistency. While Lobby Stars, I don't really see them winning that match, but let me just say a 1-1 draw.
Okay. Rivers United versus Aqua United.
Rivers United versus Aqua United.
Neighboring neighbors.
You know, Rivers United, Ubon Friday will score. Let me just say that one for sure. Then to end by 3-1.
3-1. Yeah. In favor of Rivers United, right? Eyimba Castina United.
Eyimba Castina United. Considering the fact that they lost their last match against Rivers United, talking about Eyimba. Okay. I'll say that Eyimba want to punish.
Make a point.
Yes, make a point against Castina United. So, and it's in Aba. So I'll say Eyimba will win that match by 4-1.
So high, 4-1.
4-1.
All right. Enugu Rangers, Abia Warriors.
Enugu Rangers, Abia Warriors. Very, very tough one. That will be a very tough match. Yeah, I think it's a derby, Igbo derby. Yeah. So I'll say that it will draw.
Draw. Okay. For me. Kano Pillars, Sunshine Stars.
Kano Pillars, Sunshine Stars. Yeah, Kano Pillars will win that game. Okay. By 3-0.
3-0. Yeah. Plateau United versus Ikorodu City.
Plateau United versus Ikorodu City. Two struggling teams in the NPFL this season. Ikorodu City have shown that yes, they can play good football, but they cannot score. Yeah. So Plateau United want to use experience because experience speaks for teams as well. So I feel Ikorodu City will have like an advantage too because they're
playing away.
I know they're playing away, but if you want to look at the football they play, see, I watched Ikorodu City. Those guys, they play good football, but they cannot score. Okay. So let's just see if they can pan out a draw against Plateau United.
Bendel Insurance, El Kanemi Warriors.
Okay, for Plateau United, it will be a 2-2 draw.
Okay. All right, so now Bendel Insurance, El Kanemi Warriors.
Bendel Insurance, El Kanemi Warriors. El Kanemi Warriors win that game by 2-0.
2-0. Hadland versus Niger Tornadoes.
Niger Tornadoes. I feel it will draw. The two teams performing below par this season. Okay. Hadland suffering. I will know that Niger Tornadoes want to use the fact that Hadland are not really doing well this season. But I think it's the time for Hadland to start getting the job done. So maybe let me say a draw.
What's the score like?
A 1-1 draw for me.
Okay, the last one, Nasarawa United versus Bayelsa United.
see Nasarawa will score and Asisu will win.
Okay.
Now that game will end by 2-1.
2-1.
Yeah.
All right. So thank you very much. We have come to the end of today's review. It was so nice having you with us here.